Most births, when left undisturbed, tend to unfold with their own rhythm and wisdom. The body has its own timing, and hormones, like oxytocin and endorphins, have a delicate dance they do. Especially in a space that's private, safe, quiet, and free from unnecessary interruptions. Think about it like this. You wouldn't try to meditate or journal or have a vulnerable conversation in a crowded shopping mall, right? Birth is no different. It thrives in calm and sacred spaces with only those who truly support you and of those you trust. But here's where things are shifting. When the quiet is interrupted, maybe by bright lights or a stream of staff members of people you don't know, continuous monitoring, or fear-driven decisions, it can start to interfere with that natural rhythm. That's what birth is. And that's where we start to see what we call the cascade. Love and blessings, beautiful people. My name is Elizabeth Vanderbilt. I'm a holistic doula and a women's health coach, currently residing in Saskatchewan, Canada. Everything said in my videos are just for educational purposes. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not giving out medical advice. As always, please do your own research. Take what I'm saying and use it to go fuel more deeper dives into what is out there for information. So let's jump in. Now, I want to walk you through the Cascade of Interventions and what that actually looks like in real time. Because using a typical path I see often in hospital settings is when it's mapped out visually, it clicks. And I think that maybe it'll click for you as well. So first off, we've got a woman that often starts by going in for an epidural. And when you go get that epidural, you're going to need an IV placed. Now, this seems simple, right? But from that one step alone, a few things have actually just started happening. UA may be confined to a bed, leading to a more stationary position, which, as we know, birth needs movement. So, if you're not moving, labor is slowing down. So the contractions become weaker, which means they're going to introduce Pitocin. And this may be introduced to ramp things up. But once Pitocin is in the picture, labor becomes more intense and often harder to manage, especially when your body can't move the way it needs to. And I've seen this oftentimes happen that Pitocin or inductions come first and then an epidural. So that's very interesting. So with an epidural in place, you can't feel your bladder. So of course you're going to need a bladder catheter in place. And this carries, of course, the risk of bladder infections, which aren't always caught right away. From there, you'll be hooked up to electronic fetal monitoring, which is also called an EFM system. And now we're tracking baby's heart rate constantly. And if baby starts to show any signs of distress from all of this, that opens up more discussions. Maybe internal monitoring, where they put a clip inside baby's head. Maybe breaking your water, or maybe even a conversation about C-sections. Somewhere along the way, if the contractions are strong and baby's not happy, or maybe you've developed a fever, a uterine infection, or the pressure builds for an instrumental birth, i.e. forceps or vacuum, or you're wheeled in for an emergency cesarean. All of these layers can lead to postpartum complications, things like longer recovery, breastfeeding challenges, hormonal crashes, or the emotional trauma that doesn't get addressed. I know it's a lot, and to be clear, this doesn't happen to everyone. But these are very real patterns we see, especially myself as a more holistic doula, when intervention leads to another one. And it's snowball effect. In no way one prepares you for. Do you see how what was meant to help can sometimes spiral? Now, none of this is inherently wrong or bad. Sometimes interventions are truly necessary and life-saving, and I don't discredit that. But what I want to do is empower you with this informed choice to do your research, because you deserve to understand what's happening to you and why. You deserve the tools to pause and to ask, what are the alternatives? Can we wait? And what does this mean for the bigger picture? And you might be asking, how do you protect your peace in that space anyway? This is where holistic birth prep comes in. The more you understand about your body, your birth rights, and your support options, the more grounded you're going to feel if the unexpected pops up. You can prepare your body and mind for birth by learning how to breathe through intensity, understanding your hormonal blueprint, and practicing movement that helps labor progress naturally, all while exploring comfort tools like warm water, massage, or essential oils. You're also going to want to have a partner or a doula who knows how to advocate alongside you throughout your entire journey. You don't need to memorize every possible outcome. You just need a plan, a grounded, flexible, but empowered plan that keeps you at the center of your birth. So here's where I come in, and I don't like to get salesy, but I want to share this with you because you deserve to know just as much as people on my email list or other platforms. When we get to work together, if you're ready to take that next step towards a calm and confident birth, I wanted to invite you to something I call the 60-minute birth game plan session. It's literally a game plan because it isn't your average birth plan checklist system. It's a little bit something more. Think of it like your personal birth coaching session. We're going to explore your mindset towards birth, your goals, your fears, and your values. We're going to create a flexible and holistic game plan. So whether you're planning a home birth assisted or a hospital birth that's unmedicated or even a medicated hospital birth with interventions, it's so that you feel ready. It's for you regardless of the birth that you have. And yes, we're going to talk about feelings too, because your emotional landscape matters just as much as your physical prep. This session is for anyone who wants to feel like they're not a chicken with their head cut off. You want to feel grounded. You want to feel heard going into your birth. Whether it's your first baby or your fifth, whether you're birthing with a partner or you're going it alone, you deserve this support. And it's 1 hour. What 1 hour have you given to something else? If you're really interested in this, you're going to find the link in the description below that says book now. And I'd really just love to have you join us. So let's wrap up, shall we? So although you might be worrying what comes next or how will your birth, you already are one step further than most. You are learning about the possibilities, the outcomes that can happen in birth. You're doing a great thing. Thank you so much for watching another video, and make sure to subscribe to find more tips just like these all over my YouTube channel, designed for women over the age of 30 that wants to learn more about their body from fertility and menopause. Peace!